Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today I'm excited to be sharing my very first Will I Buy It video. So I'm going to be looking at some of the new, both newly released and upcoming products that will be coming to Sephora, and mostly Sephora because I'm in Canada, but a few Ulta products, and I'm just going to talk about if I'm going to buy them or not. And sitting on my knee today is my beautiful and sweet kitty, Maggie. Say hi, Maggie. No, say hi, Maggie. Say hi. Mwah. She is just so cute. I love her so much. And she is just my best little buddy. Look at her. So you can hold her like a little baby and just rub her tummy. So she is just my favorite little buddy. And so would I buy Maggie? Yes. Yes, I did. So she's my favorite of all of them. Mwah. I've seen a number of YouTubers do these and it just always seems really fun. And I think it just shows kind of another side of being a beauty blogger and a YouTuber, in the sense that of course we get sent lots of products, but nobody gets sent everything. Okay, like maybe those girls with like 1 million subscribers do, but you know, you don't get sent everything. So there are some cases where you're still, you know, a consumer and you're deciding if you're gonna buy something or not. And at the end of the day, you know, everybody has a budget, and I wish I had all of the new and upcoming makeup. But you know, it's just a reminder that sometimes you really have to think it through. And so I hope that, you know, I think this is gonna be a lot of fun for me to film, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's get started. First product I've been really thinking about if I'm gonna buy or not is the Becca Chrissy Teigen palette. And I will just start by saying that that palette is beautiful. It gets all these rose golds and pinks, and like it's just so pretty. It retails for 54 Canadian dollars. And I will say it looks really similar to the Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop palette. But ultimately the reason, well, I do on one hand like really want this Becca palette. Ultimately I don't think I'll be getting it. Like, I mean, if I don't know, if I end up with maybe like a really nice Sephora gift card, like maybe, but ultimately I don't think I'll be getting it because it doesn't look like it would be very flattering on fair skinned people like myself. I think it would be beautiful on people with a medium to darker complexion with really warm undertones. And I definitely think that it's, one, important that there are makeup products out there for all skin tones, but I also think it's important when you're buying a product to think about, is it trendy or will it actually look good on me? And because it's really similar to the Jaclyn Hill palette, I kind of feel like the which is no longer available, but I kind of feel like the Jaclyn palette's great for fair girls like me and Jaclyn, and that the Chrissy palette is fantastic for girls with that deeper kind of medium complexion like Chrissy. So ultimately I will not be buying this, but it is so beautiful, and like I wish I could, but I just don't think it'd be a very smart buy. But like, oh my gosh, is it ever beautiful. So also from Becca, they are releasing some new liquid crystal glosses. Those are an easy pass for me because they look like gloss toppers and I just wouldn't wear it. And I don't really wear shimmery lip gloss. I wear kind of like I wear some fuller coverage cream glosses, but I don't really wear shimmery like sparkly lip glosses. And I just know I wouldn't wear it. So like that was a really easy pass for me. But one thing from Becca that I will be picking up is their second anniversary edition of Champagne Pop. And it appears that that Champagne Pop has like a bottle of champagne, like, I'm trying to do this, like a bottle of champagne that's been impressed into the top of it with like little sparkles. And one, that is so gorgeous and so Instagram worthy. And two, I've actually had 2 champagne pops and both of them have broken, so pro tip, do not travel with those because they're like really blendable and soft and buttery and super breakable. So yeah, so I do plan on picking that up because I need to get one anyways, and why not get limited edition if you can. Now this one I'm just throwing in for fun because it is just not going to happen for me, but it is the Dyson Supersonic hair dryer. Maybe you've seen it. It retails for a, you know, a casual $499 Canadian for a hair dryer. And on one hand, like I would love to have it because I bet it is just amazing, and drying my hair takes forever. And if I could have it, like, oh my god, that'd be amazing. But shockingly, I do not have $500 for a hair dryer at this point in my life. Another pass for me, unfortunately, will be the Sephora Favorites Summer Set. It retails for $54. Ow, my nose. It retails for $54 and it contains a whole bunch of amazing deluxe minis. So the set is called Sunkissed Glow, and it has a mini Becca highlighter in opal. It has a mini hourglass ambient lighting bronzer. It has a NARS lip gloss in Orgasm. It has a Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Matte Bronzer in medium deep. and it has the Urban Decay eyeshadow in Half Baked. Has a few other items, but all of those items I've listed I actually already own in full size, and it's just hard to justify buying a set of samples when you already have a bunch in full size. And I'm not really lacking for deluxe samples at the moment. So it is a fantastic set, and if you've never tried those brands, I would highly recommend it. Like, I would love nothing more than to go buy that set, because I've bought the summer version of that set a couple of times, and I always love it, and I've found new favorites with it. You know, last year's or the year before had a really great Sephora liner that was like a surprise hero from me. So if I didn't have so many of the products, I would buy it, but it's just hard to justify $54 when you already have so many products in the set. But like, it's a really great set, so I totally would if I didn't already have them. So Too Faced is releasing a Hangover priming spray based on their wonderful coconut primer. Now, I know some people kind of have a love-hate relationship with that primer. Personally, I love it. I don't like it when my primers are too heavy. I like it when they're hydrating and light and easy, and that's what I love about the Too Faced Hangover RX primer. So bearing that in mind, I would absolutely love to try the spray. Would love to pick that up and give it a go. So that one is definitely something I will be adding to my collection. Too Faced is also coming out with a glitter palette. Now, glitter is beautiful, but it is just not my style. For anyone who's been watching my YouTube or goes to my blog, you guys know that I really try to create like beautiful, glowing, kind of everyday looks that people actually wear. And while the glitter is stunning and especially great for those people who are a little bit more creative and artistic than I am, I'm definitely more utilitarian with my makeup. I will be taking a pass because I just am not going to wear glitter. Now, as we head into summer, I don't have all the details, but Too Faced appears to be releasing kind of a round 2 of their Sweet Peach collection in August, including a matte shadow palette, what appears to be some little blushes, a setting powder. So I would definitely love to add all those to my collection. Anyways, as you guys know, I'll leave a link down below on the blog post I did about the Too Faced products that came out last year. But like, oh my god, did I love them. Like, they were just so perfect for summer. I'm actually just itching to pull those back out and play with them again. Now, I promise my Too Faced list is almost up, but they're also going to be releasing this kind of fun pastel-y bright palette based around Jared's dog, Clover, who is just the sweetest looking little puppy. And it's called the Clover palette. And my understanding is that the funds will somehow support animal welfare. And the palette just looks adorable, and I feel like the colors are probably really nice, but I haven't really looked in them. I've just seen the packaging, and like, it is so pretty. Because like little animals on it, like little cartoon animals. So I just have to have it to complete the collection. So the next brand I want to talk about is Tarte. So Tarte is releasing, or has released now, a new clay stick foundation. I will be taking a pass on that, 1, because I have so much foundation, and 2, because I don't really use stick foundations. I was recently sent the Hourglass Vanish foundation, which is a stick foundation, so I'm really excited to play around with that. I've never used it yet, but I will. It's on my list for this weekend. But I just don't really feel like I would use a stick foundation, and I feel like because I have those 2 Hourglass ones, I have 2 different shades, but I just feel like because I have the Hourglass ones, I don't need another stick foundation when I'm already pretty happy with the liquid foundation. But that being said, if I see some really good reviews for it, definitely will go swatch it in store, but at this time I'm just not super into stick foundations. Tarte is also releasing a Rainforest of the Sea Radiance drop to kind of be a partner to the drop foundation. Again, I'll be taking a pass on that because I don't really like the drop foundation. Like, I just find it feels a little bit oily on my skin, and I just don't like it, to be honest. I've only tried it twice in like little sample packs, but I'm just not really big on it. And I don't use Radiance drops from any other brand. I just don't really see it as something I would work into my collection. Like, I'm pretty happy. Oh my god, my cat is up in my perfumes. One moment. So yeah, I just don't really use Radiance drops from other brands, and I just don't see it as something I would work into my everyday wear. I'm sure like they're probably really nice. I'm sure a lot of people are gonna love them, but I'm really happy with kind of what I do for my base right now, and I'm just not really interested in that kind of product. Now, the final Tarte product I want to speak about is actually the one I'm the most interested in, and also the one that I can't have. And that is the Tarte Make Magic Happen eyeshadow palette. I think Tarte does blushes really well, and I also think that they do eyeshadows really well. And this palette is just super pretty. It's like very neutral and shimmery, and like a good mix of warm and cool tones. and it just looks so, so beautiful. And the worst thing about it is that it's an Ulta exclusive, and as a Canadian, I will just not be able to get my hands on it. So I wish I could have my hands on that, because that is one product that Tarte is releasing that I'm super excited about. But I just, with my upcoming trip, I just know that I won't be in Buffalo until like August at the earliest. So it's just not gonna happen. Now NARS is expanding their Orgasm line, both releasing a NARS Orgasm lipstick and a NARS Orgasm liquid blush. I will definitely be picking up the NARS Orgasm lipstick because I understand it to be a little bit sheer, but like still good coverage. My cat is playing with some beads. But anyways, I understand it to be, you know, nice, like a good amount of coverage with sheer and luminous. And I think peaches are just so flattering on really anyone in the summer. But I know myself, I just love how peach looks. So, especially when I have a bit of a tan. So that lipstick is a must-have in my books. Now, as for the dewy blush, the liquid blush, I think I'll be taking a pass on that because I just, other than foundation, honestly, I'm just not a big fan of liquid face products. I've seen them used well in the past by other people, but I just can't really ever get the hang of it. And at the end of the day, like, I love the blushes I have. I love NARS Orgasm as a powder blush. So for me, I think that's how it is going to stay. Now on to Kat Von D. So she's releasing a eyeshadow limited edition, the same color as her infamous Lolita lipstick. So it's just beautiful, kind of like warm, powdery rose color that I just think is going to be so beautiful. I think it'll be like a beautiful transition color for the crease. So I will definitely be picking that up. Like, it just, like, if only for the hype, you know, like it just seems so beautiful. And I think it'll be really flattering for summer. So that is on my must-buy list. From Urban Decay, they are releasing 2 shapeshifter palettes, one for light medium skin and one for medium dark. And they're these kind of all-in-one face palettes with highlighter, blush, bronzer, cream, all sorts of great stuff. And I definitely want to give those a try. I feel like it'll be like a naked palette, but for your face rather than your eyes. And I think that, I feel like Urban Decay has like 2 personalities. They have this like artsy, like almost like artsy scene kid, like who's super creative and like kind of grungy over here, and then over here they have this like glowing complexion, like radiant, kind of like understated neutral side. And when Urban Decay is doing that side of them, I am obsessed and I have to have it. Lorac is coming out with a beautiful Beauty and the Beast collection, which I would love to have. Like, I would be so obsessed if I could have that collection. But unfortunately, they are basically impossible to get in Canada. So I won't be getting it. It's pretty simple. Shipping it from the States is so expensive, it's prohibitive. And it looks like a beautiful collection though. I will be so jealous over everyone else's Instagrams when they come in. Now finally, Wonder Woman comes out today. Or maybe it'll be yesterday or the day or whatever by the time I post this. But at the time of filming, Wonder Woman's coming out today. You've probably all seen that Luxie has a beautiful set of brushes that are like Wonder Woman inspired. And I think those would be so fun to have. But I will also be taking a pass on those, mainly because they retail for $95 US, which is something like 130 Canadian. And in addition to that, if I wanted to ship it from the States, it would be $26 or $28 for no tracking, or with tracking would be $32. And that is, like, if the shipping was free, it would still be steep. But, you know, then you're looking at $160 for a set of brushes, and I just can't justify that. So I will definitely be passing on those, but if they had a really good price at Gen Beauty, like maybe, but they're just, like, cost-wise, they're just too far out there. And also, literally, I have these 2 things full of brushes, and this thing full of brushes, and this is full of brushes, and then I have another box of brushes from when I moved in that I had to, like, sort and pare down, and I'm not using. So this girl does not need any more brushes. So there is my will I buy it. If there are any other brands that you want to know, like, or products coming out, if I'll buy it or not, depending on how this video does, and if you guys like it, I will definitely try to make this a bit of a regular thing on my channel from time to time when I see lots of new releases. I always find that when the seasons change is when you're just kind of seeing a lot of brands either release their summer collection or their fall collection. But as we all know, my favorite collection is always the Christmas collection. It's true. But anyways, so when those come out, maybe I'll do this again. But anyways, those are my will I buy it. As you can see, overwhelmingly the answer is no, I will not buy it. Obviously this is not a review because I have never tried many of these products and is entirely subjective. And if I've said something about a product that you're excited about, like, you go girl, you get that product, and I hope you love it. But I'm just speaking from where I'm at in my budget, where I'm at in my makeup collection. I will do a video of my full makeup collection, and you will understand that this girl never needs to buy makeup ever again, basically. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.
So you think you were right? Bring it on, prove me wrong. Go put up a fight.